Hi, my name is Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and filmmaker. Today I'm going to show you how to use the memory and memory recall function on the RX100 and its entire family of cameras. In this video, I will show you how to switch between different video modes, get different setups configured, and save the different memory modes and banks, and also the optional SD modes saved on the chip in the camera. Let's get started. Now the RX100 has a lot of capabilities in its filming mode, and then there's a memory recall mode which I will show you right now. So right now my camera is set up for, I'm in program mode, ISO is auto, f2, 1/125th. I'm on daylight white balance. Let's make this complete auto. I'll set auto white balance. So this would be my general all-around, run-around capable mode. And I want to save that as my default mode for everything. So what I do is I go into the menu, and in the first menu and the 1, 2, 3 dot that may be different in your version, this is the RX100 Mark VA, you go into memory, recall is grayed out for the moment, hit OK, and then you can go left or right. We're going to set bank 1 to all of my default settings, and I'm going to hit the center button. I press the center button, and now those settings are registered and saved in memory 1. I'll tap the shutter release to get back to shooting, and now let's say I want to set up memory bank number 2 as my default for complete manual. So this is what's kind of awkward about how you do this in this camera, is I'm going to go into function, I'm going to change to manual exposure, I'm going to change my white balance to say daylight, I am going to change my dynamic range optimization to off, and I'm going to change my ISO to 1/125th, and this is only for an example, and I'm going to shut steady shot off. Now I've got dynamic range off, autofocus continuous manual, everything's set to where I like it, and I'm also going to drop the shutter speed to 1/60th at f1.8, and this will be my default manual mode. So now once I've set the camera up how I like it, I hit the menu button, and now I march back over to 1, 2, 3 to memory, and I scroll down to the memory bank. I hit OK. Now this is what's confusing. Now this is what's confusing. I saved all my settings in memory bank 1, but it does not show it right now. It shows my current settings in bank 1. I haven't applied it yet. That's what you get confused on, is if I click to the right, you will see the screen doesn't change at all. This is a little bit awkward. I wish they didn't do that, but that's how they do this. So now I'm going to put all my manual settings in bank 2. I click the center button, it registers that in bank 2. Now you'll see recall is grayed out because I'm not in memory recall mode. And now, okay, that's all set up. Now how do I use this function? I simply turn the camera to memory recall.
I don't know that.
And we can listen to Siri talk there. And now in the function menu, when I press the function, one of my options will be the MR. I will scroll up, I will hit memory recall, and now you'll see my program complete auto mode is here as an option. And if I click to the right, my manual complete configuration is an option. So let's say I want to choose my manual configuration, which is in slot 2. I click OK, and the camera is now configured, and you can see And here memory bank 2 is being used and everything is ready. And oh quick, I need to go to program mode because I can't handle manual mode for whatever reason. I would hit function. I have memory recall 2 here. I hit the center button. And then I want to go to bank number 1. This brings up my complete auto shooting mode. I click the center button and now my camera is configured for complete program mode in the memory recall mode. This does not work in the regular video mode or anything else. This works for the memory recall. It's pretty slick. It's most useful for video when you're running and gunning. Now, this can also be achieved if you hit menu and you scroll to wherever your menu option is where it says memory. You can also see that the recall option is now available. So if I click up and I click recall, I will get into the same menu. But if you put the recall option inside those quick function menus, you can see the settings. Now interestingly, you'll see 1, 2, and 3. Those are built into the camera. However, there's M1, M2, M3, M4, and what those are settings that can be saved to your SD card as well. So you can have up to, say, 7 different memory settings if you want. So 1, 2, and 3 are built into the camera, but M1, 2, 3, and 4 get saved into the SD card in your camera. So you could actually copy your M1, 2, 3, 4 to a different camera if you have multiple RXs or RX100s or A6400s or whatever. This memory recall capability allows you a lot of flexibility. So let me show you one more example here. Let's go back into video mode. And let's say I have a situation where I want to be in, let's say, shutter speed mode, and it's going to be, again, say, auto white balance. It's kind of risky, but I'll live that way. And my shutter speed is always 1/60th, and that will allow my f-stop to change. But let's say I also want to change my auto white, go back to auto white balance. So this is a mode 3 where I set my shutter speed to 1/60th for optimal shooting. For what I normally do, I do 30 frames a second at 50 megabits a second. And now I can hit the menu button. And notice, because I am in video mode, that recall is grayed out because there's nothing to recall. You can't do that here. I go down to memory, I click the center button, and again, this is the confusing part. This shows all of your current settings, whether you're in 1, 2, 3, M1, 2, 3, and 4. That's just the way they make it. So I'm going to make my locked shutter speed mode 3. I hit the OK center button. That is now registered, and now I tap the shutter release. I go into memory recall mode, and now I can hit the function button and go into quick. I want to go into complete manual, complete auto mode, hit program, and I'm ready to rock. Oh, quick, I need to go to manual mode. Hit the function, go into memory recall 2. Boom, there we go. Now I'm in complete manual mode. Now let's say for some reason that you do not have, when you hit the function button, the MR2 option isn't here. I'll show you how to configure this menu in a different video. I'll put a link below to it when it's set. Let's say that's not available on your menu. You can always hit the menu button and hit it again, and then go into here, go down to the recall if you can't find it, and then switch over to number 3, and now I'm in shutter lock mode. So that is how you use the memory recall function on the MR mode here, and depending on your camera body, it might have MR 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can completely configure your camera very quickly and reconfigure it for all your different video settings without having to set 9 different things every time, which is very, very frustrating. And that's how you do it. I hope you found this video helpful, explaining the different ways to load the memory modes and the memory recall in the RX100 in the Mark 3, 4, 5, 5A, 6, and 7. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Aaron Linsdau. I'm a polar explorer and filmmaker. Please like and comment on the video, and if you found it useful, subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching, and enjoy your filmmaking.